Hello, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. It's December 5th. Today, I need to bake cookies. I say need because my roommate and I are going to this cookie swap event tonight, and everyone who's going needs to bring cookies, and we're gonna switch them with each other, which I think is a very sweet and very fun idea. But I need to do that now. I'm sure Coco, my roommate, won't mind that I'm showing you these. Look at the cookies she made last night. Are you kidding me? My hands are clean, by the way. The cookies that I want to make tonight, or today, which big feat because I don't bake like cookies that much. I do a lot of like Asian baking when I'm at home, and that's more like cooking. It's not really like baking. This is what I'm gonna make. These cookies right here. Sally's baking recipes, and I'm sure Sally will not let me down, but the thing is, I was reading the instructions, and these cookies need to chill for 3 hours in the fridge or the freezer. I don't have 3 hours for it to chill, so I'm hoping like an hour and a half is like good enough. And simultaneously, while we are baking together, I thought it would be a fun idea just to like chat about writing, about books, about life, kind of just like talk your ear off and see what I start talking about, you know? All right, jump to recipe. Things I need: half a cup of unsalted butter, room temperature. I can do that, no problem. Sugar, flour. Oh my god, I have to do this in the order of waitress. Hold on. Hold on. Sugar, butter, flour. What next? Egg, vanilla extract, easy. Cocoa powder, salt, and chocolate chips, which I'm just gonna cut up this chocolate bar that we have. Oh, I wish it could be like this. If it could be like this, I would let it be like that. I also recognize that I'm doing this with my hair down, which is like a very bad idea, but actually I have a clip. So, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. And now it's out of my face, but I look a little silly, but I don't really care. Bigger mixing bowl. In a large mixing bowl using a handheld or stand mixer. Okay, don't have that. Beat the butter, granulated sugar, and brown sugar together on medium-high speed until fluffy and light in color, about 2 to 3 minutes. Then add egg, vanilla extract, and then beat on high speed until combined. Oh, we're working hard today. No problem. Everybody like our mouse cutting board? It's a Martha Stewart one then. Really? I could have put this anywhere else. All right. Let's talk writing, let's talk books. I have been reading a lot more, and I've been digesting books at a rapid speed. Not as fast as I was when I was reading over quarantine, obviously, and that is okay. I'm just living my life, doing the best that I can. I graduated in May with a degree in sociology and creative writing, and so things that I can confirm to everybody here watching: we do, in fact, live in a society. I learned that. And I love to write, so everything works out. I'm also in that stage when you're 20 years old where you really like don't know what's going on, and sometimes that's just all too consuming. I wish it wasn't, you know. It's one of my main sources of anxiety, not knowing what's going on and feeling like everyone has everything sorted out, everyone knows what they're doing. And I know that I'm not alone in this. Like, I genuinely know that like I am not the only person that's in their 20s feeling like they're floating through murky water. Not even floating, like treading through murky water. Oh, I forgot I put my neck warmer in the microwave. I just got 10 times better. What was I even worried about? Next, I need to put my sugar, half a cup. Sure. Do you guys know there's like a sugar shortage right now? That's what I heard. Half a cup of sugar, that I can do. But I was talking to my dad. Sorry, that noise was not nice. And he's been so nice about this era of confusion because, as you know, I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. I don't live in Vancouver. I mean, I live in Vancouver, but I'm not from Vancouver. And coming here and living here was because I went to university here. That was the decision that I made because I knew about the creative writing program here and I admired it a lot. That was a goal of mine to strive for. Didn't get in, but I still minored in it. I don't think I've ever talked about this. I really try not to beat myself up about it. And I'm not saying that I have this perfect or that I'm not somebody that doesn't seek external validation. I feel like that's also something that I'm actively working on as well. Like, obviously I seek external validation, but that external validation for me is only something that I'll allow myself to accept only if I've already validating myself, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then I didn't get into the creative writing program. I cried. I thought, you know, my life is over. And then I was like, okay, I'll minor in it. That's what I'll do. And so then I did. And when I graduated from my bachelor's, with grad school specifically, I didn't want to go to grad school and continue higher education unless I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And there was only one program in grad school that I would have wanted to do, and I applied to it, which was the MFA program for creative writing. And I was like, I want to do a master's in creative writing, not because it's going to teach me how to write something that I don't already know how to write. They're not going to teach me how to find my voice and find my author's voice or my writing voice. It's there to really like be with other creative people and write with other creative people and kind of have a foot in that industry. That was my priority. Okay, regardless, I'm telling you all this to tell you that I did not get in, which was so conflicting because obviously I cried over it. I bawled my eyes out. I remember that day so clearly because I was at home. I had like maybe an hour before I had to go to work. And I get the email, I get the rejection email. And I remember reading it and like, they sent this rejection email a day before reading break. I didn't have any more school, but I was just thinking about the other people getting this rejection email a day before their fucking week-long trip, like their week-long break. Cruel. That was so cruel to do. Casually cruel in the name of being honest. Just want everyone to know that this butter and sugar looks epic. Next, I'm gonna add... Sorry about the lack of music in here. I know I should probably be playing some Christmas music. Add egg and vanilla extract. Okay, egg going in. Nice. Vanilla extract. How much of that? 1 teaspoon. I don't believe in that. I think I'm gonna just do what I feel. That seems about right to me. What was I saying? Where did I last leave off? I really hope you can hear me over this, or else this would be pointless. I don't think I remember what I was saying. No, I'm gonna get back to it. MFA, got rejected. I was conflicted, let me tell you why. First of all, I applied to one master's school, one school for grad school, one. And I said that if I don't get in, it will not be the end of the world. And I was not trying to manifest it in any way. I obviously desperately wanted to get in, don't get me wrong. Like, it was always the plan. I wouldn't have applied and spent so much thankless time working on my projects if I hadn't wanted to get in. But I also set up a realistic expectation of myself that was like, you are applying to one school, and if you do not get in, it cannot be the end of the world. And so when I didn't get in, I let myself feel my emotions, obviously. I let myself feel whatever emotion I needed to feel, which obviously was a grief of a potential life that I could have had. Like, right now, I would be in grad school. And then I said, okay. There are people who are well-known authors and writers and poets and screenwriters and yada, 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 who have not gone to an art school, have not gone to writing programs, who are phenomenal authors and don't need that. And I'm not saying that I needed that. If being an artist and a writer is something that I want to do in my life, the only person that's like gonna be able to do that is me. And so after I graduated, up until now, I've been working in childcare and hanging out with kids, and it's been very fulfilling. It's an aspect of my life that I did not think would be so important and vital, and working with children is something that I value a lot, and I think it's very undervalued in our society. Sociology major. And so that's an aspect of my life that I love. And so this entire year of confusion and like figuring out my life and I'm still figuring it out. I don't know what I'm doing. This year, I haven't been doing a lot of writing and I haven't been really inspired. Vlogging and revamping this YouTube channel was something that's always been like nagging me at the back of my mind, because when I was posting on here, I feel like I was at the peak of my creativity. That was all I did. Every single day I would wake up, be so excited to vlog and write and work on my book. And that book is something that I've been thinking about nonstop recently, which has given me a lot of inspiration and excitement. I'm so excited to have like the second birth of creativity and love for art and for my art again. So not really sure where I'm going with this channel or with my writing, but I do know that the two of them will work together, and I think having an outlet to share with my friends about my art and about my writing is really fun. I feel like I'm going in circles right now. Okay, what's next? In a separate bowl, whisk together flour, cocoa powder, baking soda. Oh, we need baking soda. I didn't know that. I need to stop wasting time because these need to chill in the freezer for a second too. Whisk together flour, cocoa powder. Okay, how much flour do I need? 1 cup. Don't you worry. Also, this is not even warm anymore, but it's something about it is so comforting. It makes me feel like, well, I don't actually want to feel like her, but you know in Barbie the princess and, no, Barbie as Rapunzel, that evil witch with like that weasel around her neck that like moans. I'm gonna put a clip, don't worry.
No, you're useless.
Give him to me.
I feel like her. Actually, I don't at all. I just have something around my neck. I don't know why I said that was who I felt like. I could be anybody with anything around my neck right now. And I decided to go with that horrible, horrible witch. Comment down below your favorite Barbie movie. Because mine is Barbie the Princess and the Pauper. Next, cocoa powder. 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons. Cocoa powder just gets everywhere, hey? Okay, cocoa powder done, flour done. Next, I need baking soda. How much baking soda? 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Next, we have salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't believe in that. I think I'm just gonna do that. And another one for good luck. Okie dokie. Now it's time to whisk this up, and then we're gonna slowly, oh, I should have done that in there. It'll be okay. It says to like mix this, okay, which I'm gonna start doing, and then put the wet into the dry. This is a bigger bowl with the wet, and I think I'd rather put the dry into the wet. It says with the mixer running on low. Okay, I don't have that. Already off to a bad start. I'm just kidding. Slowly pour the wet ingredients. First of all, you told me to beat this until light and fluffy. I'm not pouring this into anything. Let's make that clear. But I think also I'm gonna put my dry into my wet. And I know it didn't ask for that, but truly, what is the problem if I do it like that, you know? So I am. And I really don't think that's a big deal. Anyway, so going back to me writing. So yeah, revamping this YouTube channel to be a source of inspiration for me has been really great. God damn. Got this legs. Awesome! Oh my god, I made that. I don't have the bandwidth for this. I'm not strong enough. What time is it? 10:30. Perfect. I'm gonna chill these for 2 hours. This batter is like thick, thick, thick. Are you joking? Look at this. Ah! I made that? You're kidding. Okay, I really can't tell if everything's incorporated because everything is just dark and brown. How does this look? Good? You can barely tell on the camera. You can barely tell in real life. I'm gonna keep mixing for just a little bit, and then I think it'll be ready for the freezer. Okay, this is definitely done. Sometimes when I'm talking to a camera for so long, like I cannot believe I've been filming for 44 minutes straight. I hope what I said resonated, makes sense. It might not, honestly, because I couldn't tell you what I've been saying for the past 45 minutes. Dough is all done. I'm gonna cover it. Forgot about my chai. Do you call this saran wrap or cling film? That's just a question for the people. Do you see that? That took me no time at all. And watch, this is gonna close perfectly. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I am gonna take a break from filming so I can clean this up, watch some Vlogmas, obviously Steph Bauer's Vlogmas, duh. And then when these are ready to be turned into cookies and rolled in icing sugar, I will be back. No, it's already in the, but it would be so good with chocolate chips in there. I think I'm gonna take it out and do chocolate chips. This chocolate, it was a $2 chocolate coin that my friend Sasha got me for Chinese New Year's. It was so sweet. And it's the same Sasha that I annotated that book for. And now, cookie dough. Ugh. Sorry, it's really in front of the camera and I can't do anything about it right now. And I'm just gonna fold this in. Make it very quick, very fast. It does not have to be perfect. I've decided. Doesn't say that in the recipe, but I've decided it does not have to be perfect. Done and done. Okay, back in the freezer. Now for the real goodbye. We will be back together for decorating cookies and baking them and being proud of our work. All right, I'm gonna do that thing where people cover the camera and that when you go like this, you'll see me again, okay? Bye! Hey, I'm back. I am gonna set up the rolling station. I probably should not have worn this. I feel like I'm gonna get icing sugar everywhere. I'm gonna change first, and then I'm gonna take the cookies out of the freezer. Be right back. I'm back. Here's me in a t-shirt that I don't really care about. Okay, let's preheat the oven too. Baking trays, and this is my fault. I don't want to talk about it. Icing sugar, granulated sugar, and I really don't think I need to follow what they say for this. Like, it's just roll it on this. And then I'm gonna put some sugar in here. And now it's time to get our cookie dough out of the freezer. Oh, it told me to put it in the fridge. No problem. Hard as a rock. That's no problem. Quick intermission. We'll let that sit, do its thing for a bit. Sorry for the interruption. Thought we were ready. That's on me. I take full responsibility. Whoops. Okay, see you in a second. And we are back in business. This is how it's gonna work. I really should put my hair back. I'm not doing that. They said be heavy with the confectioner's sugar. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be heavy with it. They also said about a tablespoon is like a good size for these cookies. Okay, roll this lightly in here. Take me home for Christmas. Show me around your town. Okay, icing sugar time. Cute. Stop. Okay, done. I know I said I was gonna talk more about book stuff in my life, but I feel like I've already talked your ear off. So let me talk to you about things that are also related to books, but not about my life as a writer, but maybe just about, I don't know, fun things, like how my book is going. I feel like when I first started my channel, I wasn't being secretive per se about my book, but I definitely wasn't being like open to sharing things that are happening, which, you know, it's hard to want to talk about a project that you're passionate about without like also spoiling it at the same time. But now that I've decided to change a bunch of the plot, I feel like excited to want to share that process too, because it'll give you something to look forward to as well. I don't know. It'll make me more inspired to do the things that I say I'm gonna do. That makes sense. I'm listening to myself speak and I don't even think it makes sense. So if you're following, I'm so proud of you because I don't even know what I'm saying. They're getting bigger and bigger every single time I make them. Okay, so my book, that's a young adult contemporary queer novel. I can't wait to look at it with new eyes and revisit the plot and change up some things and use the skills that I've honed and worked on and have developed to make my characters shine a bit more and have more spunk and personality. It's 12:32, no problem. What I'm gonna do right now is actually transfer the ones I've already made into the smaller one, pop them in the oven, and then keep going at it. Okay, I think I can do 6 really nicely here. 11 to 12 minutes, no problem, I can do that. Nice, 10 minutes on the timer, and we're gonna keep making these. Okay, so my book originally was a friends to lovers high school romance. It's still a high school romance, it's still a queer romance between 2 boys, but now they're not friends to lovers anymore. They are, in fact, my favorite trope in the whole wide world, enemies to lovers. There's something that I love so dearly about enemies to lovers that just does not click like any other trope ever. Don't get me wrong, I love brother's best friend, I love friends to lovers, childhood friends to lovers, don't like miscommunication, don't like cheating tropes, don't like any of those. But there's something about enemies to lovers that just fills my heart with so much like glee, and no other trope can match what enemies to lovers can do for me. I'm gonna be so transparent. This all started because of fan fiction. I think I mentioned that I was reading fan fiction at a very young age. It's really shaped me to be who I am today, really, truly. But a lot of the fan fiction that I read was enemies to lovers. And if you're wondering if it's Draco and Hermione, yes, it's absolutely Draco and Hermione. Hermione fan fiction is what raised me. I was absolutely held in a chokehold by them. I was obsessed with them. I wanted to be them so bad. I wanted to be het girl, I wanted to be the Gryffindor princess, I wanted to be Hermione Granger. And that really birthed my obsession with enemies to lovers. I say all of this to say that Cody and Carson, who are the main characters in my book, are no longer friends to lovers. They are, in fact, enemies to lovers. And I am not gonna bother looking at my old videos to see how much you know about my book, because I'm just gonna tell you right now, like it's new and fresh. So Cody Martin is our main character. Yes, like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and I didn't do it on purpose. I really didn't, guys. I forgot that was his name. I really did. I just thought it had a nice ring to it. No wonder, it's already a name that exists in the fiction world. I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna change it. That is definitely a later problem. So he's our protagonist, he's our main protagonist, and then our love interest, same guy, same name, Carson Rivera. We all know him, we all love him. Cody Martin is just starting his senior year of high school, and he just wants everything to be fine. You know, he just wants to get through it. Something happened to him in his grade 11 year that just was very upsetting and traumatic. My heart breaks for him when I think about it. Even though I am his creator, I am his omnipotent God. Do I need to put him through this trauma? Yes, it's called character development. It's one of those really crucial things that makes him who he is and makes him the guarded person that he is. And that traumatic thing just so happened to happen with the boys on the football team. So his trauma is really closely tied to that side of athletics. Cody's first class is biology, and he loves biology. He is a science geek. He is a man in STEM, which there are too many of them. He is sitting right up in front, and nobody sits beside him because why would anyone sit at the front of the class? And the teacher is like, she is wonderful, but like students are scared of her because she's, you know, kind of kooky, but like in a wonderful way. Like she's grandma kooky. She's inspired by the biology teacher I actually had in high school, who was a saint. I loved her. But here's the thing. She was controversial, and not in like the cancel way, I don't think. Oh my god, I hope not. But she was just like, she either loved you or she hated you. And I have stories about biology class, which I think I mentioned in a couple of old videos of mine. But me and science, we're not together. Science and I have broken up a long time ago. It's like a very not you, it's a me problem. And with that being said, my biology teacher loved me. She loved me to death, and I loved her just as much. And I just want to play with this now because this can't go back into the ice and sugar bag. I need to stop those. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know if you can see this. They just came out of the oven, so they're quite hot. Also, by the way, these are done. And they turned out, guys, they turned out just the way I wanted them to, and I'm so proud of myself. I don't actually remember what I'm saying. Sorry, here's the thing, too, is that my brain just, like, is on 10 million topics at one time. God, these look so good. Okay, perfect. Okay, this one can go in, and then the next one can go in. Sorry that I started talking about my book, and then I got cut off halfway because, one, I didn't realize how late it had gotten. Not that I'm in a rush, because I will definitely have enough time for that to like finish. But as soon as it's done, it's like kind of like racing against the clock, and then I have to go to work. So with that being said, it doesn't seem like I have a lot of time. But I do. Everything worked out just perfectly, and it's been a busy morning, but a very fulfilling one. Okay, I'm gonna go put back on my sweater. I'll be right back. I'm back. 5 more minutes. That's perfect. That's 5 minutes for me to chat to you about, or just finish off my last few thoughts that I had. So Cody loves science, loves, eats, sleep, breathes science. And it's a sanctuary for him. He loves it. He understands it. He sits down in the front of the class. And like, obviously no one wants to sit up there. Like, not that he doesn't have friends. He has friends. They're just not in his biology class because nobody wants to do biology with the teacher. And class has started. And then in walks in Carson Rivera. And when Cody looks at him, obviously, the first thing he looks at is him and how attractive he is. Tough. It's not his fault. Carson is late. He walks in, and this man is all athlete. He's all athlete. And what sport, you might ask? The football team. And the teacher's like, you need to sit at the front. Thank you for being late. And like this, he's like notorious for being like a troublemaker. Like arrogant class clown, annoying, but very charming. Miss Wall is the teacher's name, by the way, who is actually like the name of my biology teacher, so I hope that's okay. Thanks, Miss Wall. Miss Wall's like, okay, come sit at the front, sit beside Cody, and Cody's like, fuck. Shit, fuck. Carson goes, hey man, can I borrow a pencil? I don't have one. And here's the thing. Here's my like plot hole that I'm struggling with. In like my original start of the book, Carson, he's supposed to be in his first year of university right now, but his entire senior year, he had to go home back to Puerto Rico because his grandma was sick, and he missed his entire 12th grade year. That meant he also missed what happened to Cody last year, and so he doesn't even know what happened with the football team. But Cody doesn't care that Carson doesn't know. He just cares that Carson's on the football team, and that's not okay. So I need to figure out now in this plot if that still makes sense. That's something that I gotta workshop through. But just know that there is some beef. Cody obviously doesn't like Carson because he's on the football team, but I think I need a reason why Carson doesn't like him back. It can't just be because Cody's mean to him, you know, or like just like avoidant or just like snotty. I think there has to be a reason. But that reason has nothing to do with the fact that Cody's a gay man or that he is Cody. I think it just has everything to do with his attitude and whatever, but that's still something I'm figuring it out. But obviously they're gonna fall in love. That's kind of like where my head's at right now with this plot. Plot as in no plot. And I think even like my past videos, I was like, guys, I don't have a plot for this book. I just have like little bits and pieces that I'm excited about. But those little bits and pieces are exciting, and writing the little bits and pieces that I know are big major points in the book is also really helpful just to get into it again. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. They look so good. I'm gonna vlog on my phone and then show you from my phone. You're actually kidding me? Hello? Oh my god, I think they're like, oh, oopsie. Well, I guess that one we can try together. Okay, this is the one that like kind of broke into pieces. But I'm gonna eat it with you now, and I'll let you know. Ah! Oh my god. I don't bake like this. I really don't. And then one time at work, something was left in the oven for too long, and I set off the fire alarm at work. In a school. And if anyone that works with me is watching this is growth and development. Oh my god. I need to send this to Coco. All right, well, I'm gonna save the rest of that for myself later. But thanks for hanging out with me and making these cookies with me. And also really proud of myself for doing it. Don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm sure it'll be a long one because I just like to yap. If I do end up filming anything during this cookie swap tonight, you'll see it. Okay, goodbye, good night, have a great day, bye.